If you haven't heard about Anchor, it is the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. Lawful Stupid just jumped over. First of all, it's free, and we love that. Secondly, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer, wherever you're at, all on the go. Anchor will also distribute your podcast for you. There are a lot of other vendors out there, a lot of platforms that they will make sure your podcast gets to. So it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And you can make money from your podcast with zero minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Last time on Lawful Stupid.
Last time on Lawful Stupid, we murdered Devin. We murdered Atlas. So that's why he won't be on this episode today, is because his character is dead, as you guys remember from last episode. He will never be on the show again.
Ever. Was this canonically after the last episode we did, where, like, I tried to convince that lady that her baby wasn't really gone?
Yep.
Where we went to the carnival and had a good fun time and didn't mess anything up.
And everything turned out just fine for everyone.
So we just did like those two really rough back-to-back like time travel adventures. God, those really take it out of me. I'm glad we're done with those.
That's true. Because we are. So you boys find yourself on that cliff face that you have been kind of blinking in and out of. You can't seem to like, this is the fucking time travel spot of all time travel spots.
Yeah.
So then you guys get together and decide, somebody needs to scout forward, right? So naturally, Rowan and Kristoff have agreed to go forward, mostly to like, I guess, have some like time to yourselves and scout forward. And Atlas is going to hang back with Tyndall and Graylin the Great.
Graylin, yeah.
Yeah, keep them safe from all the bad things in the nighttime.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys are traveling forward, which is following this path. And after about an hour of walking, you kind of go down this downward slope into like a alleyway, and there's some woods. And you walk into this wooded area. And as you start to walk into, like, you get into the base of this valley and really start to get into the depths, you notice it's like starting to get foggy near you. Like there's like this mist building up as you're like heading into these forests. And it doesn't take long at all before you're in like the woods. And you've kind of lost track of where you are.
Point of order, since fog is just, kind of like clouds on the ground, which is just water particles, can I just use shape water to be like, get the fuck out of here?
I mean, you could do that with 5 foot of water at a time.
Well, five cubic feet.
Yeah, 5 cubic feet. You can just move 5 at a time.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and as you're doing that and like making your way through this and like moving your path and looking all regal, it just like is filling itself up.
Yeah.
Like right as you're walking through it.
Does it seem like it might be of a magical nature? Or is this natural?
It doesn't feel like somebody's like consistently concentrating on a spell.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Sure.
But it doesn't feel like it's just like fog on the ground.
Could be a supernatural fog, but not produced by a magician.
Right, exactly. You don't feel the presence of somebody's will upon you. And you've gotten good at detecting that, at the very least.
Sure.
And it's not long before you two stumble upon like an entryway. And it's like from what you can tell, it's like walls, like these vined walls, and then an entrance like protruding out, and it's all made of like vine and tree, and you can see like some rock face in there. It looks like it like has grown over time, whatever this is. And so I would assume, not really knowing where you are, but kind of being ushered into this pathway, you head that direction.
I mean, yeah, I'd like to do maybe an investigation check on it before I just
Okay, what do
go
you
in there like to see if it could be like any sort of traps or markings or anything that would read danger to me.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Roll an investigation check.
That is a natural 1.
You think it's your house?
You have determined that this is an entryway, and you don't see anything to institute or insinuate that there's a trap.
Understood.
Yeah, so you guys proceed into this this archway essentially, and you're presented with like paths. Like the next thing you see is like a long wall, and you can go to your left or your right.
Rowan, do you have any sort of opinion, left or right?
Well, right always seems like the right way, right?
Right.
Right.
Right it is.
We go right.
Right.
What's the ceiling situation looking like in the walls? Like, are we in like a maze type situation?
Yeah, as you're walking, you definitely start getting the feeling that you're in a maze, or you're definitely in a corridor without a roof, right? Because you can see fog above you, and like the fog like dips down, like it's almost like a ceiling to this. Like, but
Okay.
you notice it doesn't like pour deep into the corridor you're walking. Like there's still like this like the cloud in the air as you walk, but it's not dense inside the maze. Like you can see before, or in front of you and behind you.
What I would like to do is cast Ray of Frost on the ground, kind of like behind us as we trail, so it would be like a marker that would show the way that we've come, at least.
Okay. Yeah, you do that. You're kind of like just casting a little bit as you go, right? Like
Right.
not just like hardcore.
Yeah, not like.
Anybody who follows us, joke's on them. We home alone this bitch.
Yeah, no, just enough to create like a visible trail of ice behind us.
Are you trying to Hansel and Gretel our way out this?
I'm trying to. These are magical breadcrumbs, and yes, that is.
Oh, there's
Exactly.
a much easier thing to do.
You have one?
Yeah.
You got some bread on your bag? I don't know.
No, left hand, touch the wall. You'll never go in a circle.
That's accurate. Yes,
Just do that.
but if you have more than 2 choices at any given juncture, then that ceases to be effective.
I gotta jump in here and say that I like that you just one-upped Hansel and Gretel in that no birds are needed to eat these breadcrumbs. They'll just melt.
Yeah.
They'll just smell. Yeah, exactly. It'll naturally become useless on its own over time.
Yeah. So you guys walk down this right pathway, and you hit another like turning point. So it turns to the left, but then you have like almost like a sharp left and then a right.
I mean, well, right seems right, right?
Right. Right's always right. Right?
Right.
Right.
We
You
could go
just
right.
put your left hand on the wall and follow all the way down to be fine. So we'll be going right the whole time. So yeah, you guys continue down this pathway, and before long, you make a couple more decisions like that, where you're left, right.
We choose right every
Yeah,
time.
we choose right
You choose
a
right
lot.
every time, canonically now. And you quickly
Right,
realize that you're lost.
Oh no, really?
Going right? I thought we were on the right
And,
path.
You take another right of all things, and you find yourself face to face with
The Minotaur.
a very large but like somewhat paunchy old man in his 50s. He's like covered in like these mismatched like animal hides, and his features are like dark and worn, and he's got like these like beady eyes, but like he's got a creepy, almost like creepy kind smile, you know, where it's like that doesn't match the rest of what's going on. But then he's got like a huge bushy beard with little like bone totems like woven into it, but maybe like more so that it's grown over time versus like woven, and then small amounts of food, and he
Sorry, wait.
he's got like this amulet around his neck as well that's like carved of ivory, and he's got like amber eyes. And Rowan, you would notice this. The way it's like shaped is it's like a tribute to Wynn himself.
Hmm.
And around his neck, he's got this like the rusty iron chain that like seems distinctly mismatched to the purpose of it. It's less like he's like wearing it, more that it's like chained to him. And this enters our guest.
Hi guys. Yeah, you got in the labyrinth. So I'm real sorry about that. Forest is just not great right now. Sorry, but we'll get you through. Yeah, we'll get you through. Hi.
Hello. I am Christoph.
I'm
Okay.
Rowan. We're in a labyrinth. Have we been in a labyrinth?
Well, it's fooling everybody now. Like they're really trying to stop people from getting through. But don't worry, I get everybody through, most of them.
Wait, so you're like some sort of maze shepherd?
Well, not usually. I mean, usually I just like to eat berries. But you know, when there's a maze, I'm a maze shepherd. My name's Rare. Hi guys.
Your name's Rare?
Yeah. Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you.
But good to meet you guys too. You look like real nice folks.
Everyone says that, yeah.
That's our first impression.
That's like our thing. Everybody's like, look at those nice boys.
Yeah,
Nice boys. Yeah.
2.0.
Yeah, and I think I'll probably start just like popping berries out of my pouch and like eating them and just sniffing the air to see if I can tell which way to go.
Is this like a ritual where you like pop some berries? And then...
Hop in a circle 3 times, counterclockwise, eat 4 berries, sniff the air. You have OCD, my friend.
Oh, no, actually, well, I mean, these are just berries, but I also have good berries, which you guys should totally try if you've never have.
I've had them.
I've
It
never
tasted
had good berries.
to me.
I mean, I've had good berries, but nothing referred to as good berries.
Oh my god, okay, well then you have to try this. So, pop in my first spell slot, apropos of nothing, let's just go ahead and cast good berry.
Rowan, be careful. Don't eat more than 1. They're like a whole day's worth of calories.
Oh, you like...
But, like, you don't have to worry about that. I mean, they're good berries, so we call them good berries.
Yeah, they're good.
Only if you care about your figure, is all I'm saying.
I do care about my figure.
Maybe start with half. You don't know how strong they are. Start with half, and then if you don't feel anything in a couple of minutes, then you can try it again.
I ate 5 good berries.
Oh, gosh.
Sweet, man. We'll just, eventually we'll work on getting through this labyrinth, but right now let's just have a good berry party.
Yeah, let's just have some good berries.
Oh, and by the way, you also have dodged my first little player trick that I was doing, because if at any point I was going to start handing out the actual berries that are in my berry bag, there's also just half a salmon in there, so...
Oh.
Probably good that we got excited about good berries right off.
Fair enough.
I don't know. Rowan canonically steals fish, so he might.
And he's had one in his pocket since episode 1.
Oh, serious?
True story. But also, canonically, I will eat anything that anyone hands me with no questions asked.
Oh, man, we're going to get on great.
Yeah.
Dwayne, make note.
Got it. Rowan will eat anything.
Hello, here. Can you please bless my child? Crunch.
Okay. You say so.
He was the first to drink ginger ale, no questions asked.
No questions asked. A little salty, goes down warm. It's nice.
Nom nom nom.
Nom nom nom.
Yeah, so you guys are presented with like 3 paths, left, right, and middle from where you are, and not counting like where you came from, because you can still see the icy path.
Well, right seems right?
We have been going right? Raw? Should we go right?
Bruh.
Well, how long have you guys been going right?
My whole life. Never gone wrong.
Oh, well, then we should probably go right.
Yeah.
The infectiousness of right's right.
I imagine-
it's solid.
Imagine someone out here is like drawing the maze as we go along. Like someone out there is going like, and they took a right, and they took a right, and they are back at the beginning.
Very good, then we
There's
can
one
leave.
circle in the space.
Yeah, it's just a giant circle.
Two wrongs don't make a right, but 2 rights make a U-turn.
Well, the worst part is like they keep making a circle, but that's not really how you would do that, because you would change your perspective every time, and it'd be the rightmost path.
Right, we don't know that they're 90s. This could just be an expanding spiral that you guys are going in.
We
If
could
you
have.
came into the middle of the maze and are spiraling out. I don't know.
Yeah, it could have been like when Siri tells you to make a slight right, but really she just means you go straight, but the road kind of curves a little bit.
Yeah. Really, the problem is like you're letting Siri tell you the directions when you should be looking at the map, because like Siri's never right, man.
I do both. I'll
She's
look
weird.
at it and listen and still get it wrong half the time.
I don't want to look at it because I'm driving.
That's overrated. Let's do what I do. Look at everything but the road.
That's if you don't practice it, you won't be good at it.
Exactly.
You're right.
You
Pretty
guys
cool.
continue down this corridor, and as you are walking further, you notice the fog is getting a little bit thicker in the air.
Shape water. Shape water.
Right. Well, and I'll confess already that I'm torn here between trying to find my way through this, labyrinth for you guys on your behalf, and also the fact that I'm just so easily led, and you guys seem to really like going right.
Yeah, you are like supposed to be our Sherpa. You're supposed to be guiding us through the land. We're like, yeah, we're going right? And you're like, peer pressure.
Well, sure, you just seem so happy about it. So, I mean, I don't know if you guys have time constraints or whatever. Let's go right.
Yeah, I know how to get us back from however far off track we go.
Yeah, right? Like, we'll just go left. We go backwards, but left, right?
Well, and you can
Everybody
see...
roll a perception.
Oh, okay.
Okie
Well, throw
dokie.
that natural 1d20 into space.
I luckily am pretty decent at perception. Let's see what
That
I
is a
got.
natural 1.
Oh!
You are dead to me.
Yes, I got a whole box of them.
14.
You guys, check it out. I actually accidentally guided you. My first roll ever in your company is a natural 20, giving me a 27 on perception.
Oh, I know what
Do
I'll
not
do.
expect me to be useful again.
What I'll go ahead and do is I'll just use my critical no die from critical dice.
Yeah, there you go. That'll solve the problem. Because if you ever get a 1, you say no.
No.
I refuse it. Yeah. So our friend here, Ray, he hears around this next corner way you're heading. This like low guttural like rumbling. But he's the only person to hear it.
Is it around the left corner or the right corner?
From the left corner.
Oh, we're
There
fine.
is no way to go right this way.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh, so I just have to like sit down in the path and look really sad for a minute. And then just sort of like in a low voice tell these guys I have 2 pieces of bad news for them.
no. I love bad news.
The first is that there is no way to go right. So I didn't want to be the bearer of bad news or wreck the thing that you like to do.
All is
and
lost.
then
There is no
the-
future.
Right. Well, there also might actually not be, because right now the forest just is being really awful and evil, and it sounds like we're probably about to get very attacked, so sorry.
By what?
Well, it just sounds low and rumbly and really mean, and I've been in this forest for a long, long time right now, and it just in general has been being rumbly and mean, so sorry.
So this forest is a bit of a dick.
Yeah, it's been really bad. Look, it looks like it's like a labyrinth now. It didn't used to be like this. It used to be more of a forest and less like the outside trying to be inside, which is not something that the outside should do, in my opinion.
I agree.
And I study this sort of thing, so I should know.
Yeah, we don't know anything about you, Ruh.
Oh, I'm just generally a helpful sort of guy. A lot of the people around here, like the farmers and stuff, would know me as Helper Bear. I mean, I keep telling them that that's not my name, but what can you do with farmers?
Do they think you're a bear?
Oh, well, sometimes I am. And they treat me like you treat a bear. Like, if they want my attention, they'll leave, like, berries and fish out on tree stumps. Yes. Oh, yeah. Pretty good. Generally, that's why I help the farmers. I mean, because I'm supposed to, or I will never be free. But also because, salmon and berries.
Wait, is this like the 101 Deeds of Andy McDowell thing situation going on here? Like, do you have a debt to pay?
What? No, I consider myself like free folk, and like helping the world be a better place, because if more people helped, then we wouldn't need as much help. But yeah, I always help the farmers. I always help whoever is in my woods and needs it, which is why they call me Helper Bear, but I call myself Rare.
What was that thing about being free, though, then, Rare?
Oh, yeah, it's just a thing that I've had for a long time.
Is it to do with the chain thing?
Oh, no, this is my amulet. This, helps me. It gives me, powers to change forms and stuff. I can be all sorts of animals.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, I think.
I would like an insight check, if applicable.
What are you trying to...
I'm trying to deduce whether or not he has the innate ability as a druid to wild shape into different animals, or if that amulet actually gives him the power to do so.
Alright, yeah, roll insight check.
That is natural 20.
Alright.
2 natural ones and a
I'm
natural 20.
going to answer your question. Yes.
Thanks.
Yes, he does have the ability to do that. Yes, his amulet gives him the ability to do that.
Neat.
So does that mean he can be 2 animals at once?
It means he can be a cat dog.
That's true. It means he can wild shape at the same time and be a cat dog. Cat dog is now the existence of cat dogs confirmed.
And cat dog's name is Ray.
Yeah.
You can tell that amulet has magical properties, but he also is giving off druid magic separate from the amulet.
Well, I know.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Neat. Good to know.
Yeah, I like redundancy. Just yeah.
If I'm ever out of juice, got the backup right here around the neck.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, you guys, I have to make a confession. I'm super nerd cool because this 20 that I'm rolling, we got at Gen Con, but I've also never used it before, and it's one of those dice that has a weird symbol for 20. So that first roll that I did, I actually had to turn the die over and make sure there was a 1 on the other side.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is this the good symbol or the bad symbol?
Right, exactly. I knew I naturaled something, I just didn't know what it was.
Fair enough.
Okay, so you guys, or Help Rare hears the growl around the corner. So you can head back the way you went, and there's other paths you can take, or you can turn the corner.
What do you say, Ray? Should we go fight?
I mean, if you guys just like to beat things up or maybe get eaten, then we should keep going the way we're going. But if you're willing to get rid of the whole always go right thing, there might be a safer way through these woods.
Well, we can't go right here anyway, so no matter what we do, we have to get rid of the always go right thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're right.
You son of a bitch. So I suppose, since we're giving up our shtick anyway, we might as well go the right way that doesn't lead to potential death.
Sounds pretty smart. So can I try like a nature roll to get these guys a viable path?
Please.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's see if I can keep... Ooh, that's not good.
I mean, it's a survival roll, so whatever you rolled, add your wisdom to that, not nature.
Survival is actually a little bit better than nature, but it doesn't matter. And I actually, at this point, I am wishing I had let the DM roll for me. Because I just did the worst thing you can do on a podcast. I just natural 20 followed by a natural 1, so it sounds like I'm lying.
No, I mean, you're not dying. So you turn
No,
around.
I mean lying. Like, it sounds like I'm making this crap up, but I just went from the best I could be to the worst I could be.
I just rolled 2 natural 1s and then a natural 20, so if anybody's the fucking dirty
no
liar.
other numbers on our dice? I'm just going to check.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's like 20 of them.
Yeah, you know the old blackjack.
And they're all 20s.
But I keep throwing the dice away when I roll bad, so I don't know.
You know something? I did work for Wizards of the Coast for a while, and on the big die, this big foam die that we brought to conventions, there were 3 20s on that die, so people could feel good about themselves.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Now anybody listening who rolled a 20 on that giant foam die from Wizards of the Coast will be like, what the fuck? I thought I was cool.
Stupid. That's my claim to fame. I put it on my resume and everything.
Yeah, but that means there's a 33% chance that it was still a real natural 20.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. I'm hoping.
So, you guys, you 100% are like, yes, I know the way to go, and you start leading them back down the way you came, and one of the many lefts is now a right.
Ah.
And so, you turn right down the first pathway that you had skipped before, and you can kind of feel yourself the incline kind of getting deeper, so you start heading down an incline in this maze, and you're presented with like this open circular area as you pass through, and there doesn't appear to be anything, but kind of like dead ends into like the circular room, but then there's like this pedestal on the opposite end of the wall, but there's nothing atop the pedestal.
Have I ever seen this before?
This is the first time you've ran into this, which is surprising considering how long you've been here.
Yeah. So I'll start just sniffing and looking very mistrustfully around. So can I give you a perception roll on that? See if I notice anything.
Yeah.
Snoof check.
Well, good news, it's not a 1 or a 20, but the bad news is it's a 3, so a total of 10.
Yeah, so I think you walk into the room and you're kind of looking around, and the one thing you notice specifically is that like the pedestal itself doesn't exactly match the age of the walls. Like the pedestal has been put here more recently than the walls themselves.
All right, well, guys, I mean, I know I'm not an expert at this sort of thing, but like this is my forest, and I've never seen this pedestal before, and it looks new. I have to think that it's a trap, and I'm really sorry that the forest is being like this right now.
So, did everybody walk into the room, or just the bear?
I
would have walked in. I know me. I know my life.
Yeah, I guess I'll go where Rowan goes.
Kristoff and Rowan, roll me a dexterity saving throws, because I figure you guys are still kind of at the edge of the room. Like
oh, that's real good. 26.
Whoa!
was like talking about how good my rolls were the other day.
My dexterity's really good because I was gonna be a fucking fighty bard for the longest.
11.
Okay. So you guys are like kind of walking in this room. He's already Ray is already in the room, kind of like sniffing, trying to get a good lay of the land. And so you guys walk in, and you hear like the slide of a trap, and the door to this hallway, or not this hallway, the hallway entering this room, a door slides up, and Rowan, you're able to like jump backwards. Kristoff, you're not able to like say, "Oh shit, there's a door," and jump back into the hallway. So you and Rhett are in this room together with Pedestal, and Rowan, you're on the outside, and you have like this like vine covered mossy rock door between you and your boys.
Oh no.
Sans Atlas.
Right, but I gotta say that at least, there's good news, bad news here. Whether this is a trap or the only correct path, one of you is now gonna live.
Unfortunately, living without Rowan in my life is not a life worth living, so...
Aw, that's really sweet.
Thank you.
Roll a deception check.
No, I don't need to.
Especially because I'll tell you right now, he fools me. He fools me.
No, I'm sorry. I'm really busy looking at Alex's spells.
Looking at my spells?
Yes.
I've got some pretty worthless spells.
You do have some interesting spells.
Oh yeah? Can you top Goodberry?
Guy's self, Minotaur. Now I'm the Minotaur of the Maze.
I'm just like, does he have anything that'll let him magic through this door? And he doesn't. So, okay, good to know. I assume I would know that from our travels together, not me looking at a sheet in D&D Beyond.
Yeah. Maybe. But either way, you've known him to never cast anything useful in a situation like this.
Period.
For sure. Just period? Oh.
Eldritch Blast and occasional heals. I appreciate that.
And Disguise Self.
Well, that's actually, I know, because of my deep knowledge of magic, that he's not casting that as a spell, but it is a feature that he has from his patron.
Yeah, but he does it consistently.
You said there's no ceiling, right?
Confirmed.
Yeah, no problem.
Terrifying.
Fucking Maui. Boom, eagle.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you're going to turn into an eagle and fly up?
Oh, no, not yet. I'm going to see what they do. Wait for some screams before I do anything crazy.
See? That's smart.
Everything okay in there? Seems fine.
I'm going to investigate the pedestal.
Okay. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for anything that is mechanical or arcane.
I
would be willing to do an arcana check and an investigation check.
So what? Sorry?
I would be willing to do separate arcana check and investigation check.
Okay, you should do an investigation. That's
Okay.
fine.
And I'm going to be like behind him, just really interested in what he's saying, being as supportive as I can.
That's a 14. Then investigation 0. 14.
Solid. So you approach this pedestal, and you see this pedestal is about 3 foot tall, and it's like got a wide base that kind of runs up. And you're like investigating this, and you don't see any mechanical traps, and you don't get the presence of magic that you're kind of used to. You definitely feel like something coming off of it, but it's not like torrent nature, and it's not like base magics that you've seen before. But on this like plate, you're able to like once you get closer, you're able to see this script, which I don't know if either of you can read Primordial.
I believe that is the language I took, but let me double check. I usually do on Spellcaster.
Oh, you know what? I took Sylvan, so no, I've got Common Druidic and Sylvan.
I usually do on Spellcasters take... Let me see. Gotta find my languages.
Hey, and while he's doing that, just because I know I didn't get you guys my character sheet, so you know I'm not too bad at cheater. Here's my spells that I've got loaded up. For cantrips, we've got Druidcraft, Mending, Thorn Whip, and Guidance. First level, we got Cure Wounds, Goodberry, Speak with Animals. Second level, I got Animal Messenger and Moonbeam. Third level, Just Call Lightning. Fourth, Ice Storm and Blight. Fifth, Mass Cure Wounds and Greater Restoration. And sixth is Heal.
I don't know. Now might be a good time for Call Lightning, just like in the middle of this room.
Yeah,
know?
just break
like,
the thunder.
Really shake things up.
Yeah, just exactly. Screw whatever's in this room. Oh, wait!
I mean, I'm safe. I'm not against this.
You're a dick. I can't live without you. Fucking murder him. Toast him, dude. I really am having trouble finding where in my sheet that information is. Proficiencies in languages. There we go. No, I don't have it.
Okay. So, you're looking at this text that you don't really know. Do me a favor and do a history check to see if you like recognize this primordial.
I don't.
Okay. So
I don't.
Yeah.
do you know the cortex that you've had?
Yeah.
It starts to like hum in your bag.
Oh, I take it out and I open it.
And when you like pull it out and open it, it's super blank, but these like gold trims of like energy begin to like wrap around your fingers.
Okay.
And I start to make like crazy ooh and ah noises because that's impressive.
Yes, I do this all the time. Definitely not the first time it's ever happened.
I just watch the squirrels run around. Like, this is way up the entertainment ladder for me.
And Christoph, for you, the primordial letters kind of start like shifting in your vision.
Mm-hmm.
And as you kind of like lean closer and like put your hand out towards the letters, they shift to like your base language, which for you is infernal.
Right.
So you're able to read the message on the pedestal clear as day. And the pedestal reads, "Nothing gained without something lost."
Nothing gained without something lost. I say out loud, musing.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess. I mean, it's my job to help. So I open up my bag and I take out the half of a salmon I still have left.
No, you can't make that. No, you can't make this sacrifice. It's too much.
No, guys, we have to get through the forest to whatever.
I won't let you.
Why ever?
That's your salmon. You earned it.
And you put the salmon on the
I
pedestal?
got it. Yeah, sure.
I love it.
Yeah, so you painstakingly and like with a heavy heart lay this half a salmon, right? Confirm?
Yeah,
half-eaten
half is
salmon.
breakfast and half is dinner.
Well, that would mean you don't have a salmon left, so I don't think you ate half and half.
Oh, no, half
No,
was supposed
future
to be,
dinner.
but
Oh,
I have
one
new
was
friends, and
Yeah,
they
yeah.
come first.
Yeah, and so you put this half a salmon on the pedestal and wait patiently, but nothing happened.
Oh, man, that's it. I'm tipping this pedestal over.
You don't like my fucking salmon?
Look, bears
Yeah.
are not patient, all right?
Yeah, so you push on this pedestal, but it does not budge.
Oh, now I'm really mad. Okay, so I just have to, like, start getting a little bit beyond myself with this pedestal. Like, I want to help, guys, but I don't have a high level of self-governance. Like, I will start making lots of grunting and growling noises and just pushing on the stupid thing. And, like, backing up 10 feet if I need and just running into it.
Hey, I wasn't paying attention. Do you have any healing spells?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, sure.
I pull out my dagger and I cut my wrist and I bleed on the pedestal.
Whoa!
It's an infernal now, so I know what they want.
Yeah,
I know
so
what they're into.
so you take out your blade and you raise your wrist over there and you cut and you watch as like you flay open your scales
Yeah.
and this blood pours.
point of order, I'm
Oh,
cutting
by the
my
way-
wrist on the underside where there are no scales.
Oh, ooh, point of order there.
Second point of order, as soon as I realize what he is doing, I am snatching that salmon back.
Good call.
No, not the
I almost
salmon.
ruined your
We
salmon.
can't do both.
I don't know where you've been.
Shane, do me a favor. Roll a
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw, please.
I'm very good at these. Yeah, I'm solid. 22.
Do me a favor and mark off one spell slot. Your first level spell slot as used. So when you cut this blade across your wrist and blood starts pouring across the pedestal, you like squeeze your fist because you know what this wants, right? Like you know this is heritage for you. You've seen this, but what you didn't anticipate.
We have a long family tradition of blood rituals.
What you didn't anticipate is like feeling it draw. Like as soon as the pedestal got like a taste, it started pulling, but not your blood, like magical essence. Like you could feel the torrent being pulled, and you like break free from it, right? And the pedestal like shifts and lowers, and the door that was locking Rowan out slides down, and the pedestal where the pedestal was, a door opens.
So to confirm, I lost a spell slot but no HP?
Correct.
Then I'm just gonna frostbite my own wound close.
Yep.
Hardcore.
Oh, he's done it before. He saved a guy with it.
Yeah, once.
One time.
Well, I am super impressed.
So yeah, Rowan, the door lowers, and you like see like Kristoff like cauterizing his wrist with ice.
Find the key.
Yes. The key was inside me all along. In my veins.
Oh, metal.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Boys, do me a favor and roll a perception check for me, please.
I would love to. I'm a little woozy.
Oh, dang. 23.
13.
Nat 20.
Damn.
Ray and Rowan hear that roar. And Rowan, do me a favor. Roll a history saving or a history check for me, please.
History.
History saving.
history
Save
saving
history
throw.
one more time.
time.
Okay.
The Ken Jennings saving throw.
Oh, that's not bad. It's a 16. Or that's a 14. There's bad.
But don't forget it's a saving throw, so you can add your proficiency.
That's
bonus
true.
to proficiency.
No, I
It
did.
is a history saving.
Okay.
So Rowan, this sounds really familiar to you. Like this noise, you've 100% heard it before, but it's been a long time, and you can't really place where it was from.
Oh, this beast. Shit. I know it. I know what this
Please
is.
tell us. Yes, I'm waiting.
Don't know what it's called, but before.
Oh, can you describe it to me?
Sort of a billowy, loud.
No, not the noise. I had the creature.
And by the way, I'm sitting on my ground between them, just looking back and forth, riveted by this conversation. Yeah, like I can't wait to see how this turns out.
You're gonna be
This evening
disappointed.
entertainment. Okay, fair enough. I guess we'll keep going. Ray?
Is it weird that I don't think that it's a bad thing?
Yes. That is weird based on the way that it sounds, but I trust you.
And as you say that, behind from where you guys came from, you see turn the corner one of those large, monstrous fiends that you did battle with 2 years ago in Oxbane, barreling towards you all.
Oh.
I cast Dispel Magic on the pedestal.
Okay, so you cast spell magic on the pedestal. Do me a favor and roll your what intelligence or arcana?
It's an Arcana check if it's greater than a third level spell that I'm dispelling.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what the number is. I just couldn't remember what you rolled to beat it.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. 19.
Yeah, you got it. It wasn't that super difficult. This large, monstrous creature, like its head is like cutting through this like fog as it's like turning the corner and barreling down. And it's got this like huge, what would be normally like two-handed sword or too heavy for most people to like wield. This thing has it like put like outstretched forward because it can't conceivably like move with it in this tighter space, and it's got like armor on its chest and like different pieces on its arms and legs, and it like this long tail, and it's like headlong heading for you. And Kristoff, doing the only thing he can think of and really his growingly staple move, says dispel magic and like hits the pedestal. And Rowan and Ray, because you're both somewhat in tune, you hear this loud pop and this snapping noise, and you watch as like this blue flash happens above the pedestal, and this door slides up on both sides of it.
So now we're just sort of trapped in here, huh?
Yep.
I'm going to... So the side that the demon beast was on is closed. The opposite side, I'm going to try to fucking get up over that wall and leave.
Okay. Do me a...
I want to do a sick flip when I jump up there.
Also, hashtag slip flip.
He goes, yeah, I don't want to do an athletics check.
Yeah, I want to do a sick
dexterity
flip.
thing. No, make me an athletics check, please. You don't get to do a sick flip over like a 10-foot wall.
Is it only 10 feet? Because he
okay.
can just
No.
stand on my shoulders and be taller than that.
No.
Fuck.
It's about 15 to 20 feet tall. Like, you can't see it because he's gonna have to climb up into the fog to get over this thing.
I can get rid of it.
Sure.
Fuck. Okay, I guess I'll just do it, huh?
Yeah. You said what you wanted to do.
So I cast levitate.
So tell me your roll.
It was 12.
Okay, so you like climb up this, and you start realizing how hard this is gonna be. You go, no, nope, and then cast levitate and just start pulling yourself up this wall with ease. And you go up about another 10 feet from where you thought the like 10-foot, 12-foot barrier entry would be, and you find the top, and you can just lift yourself right over the edge. Do me a favor and do a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
This doesn't have anything to do with concentration, does it?
It does not, but
Okay.
we're gonna have to get to that too.
Okay. It's 20, unnatural 20.
Okay, so you're gonna take 12 poison damage,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna need you to roll that concentration saving throw. Because is levitate concentration?
It is, I believe.
I feel like it might be.
It is.
It's maintained. I would be surprised if it didn't. But then I'll admit I'm pretty out of my depth in
Yeah, it super is.
5th edition.
Yeah, let's be real. Like, there's some weird spells in 5th edition where it's like, yeah, I think that might be concentration.
Yeah, like mirror
Yeah.
image.
Yeah.
Like you would think it's super would be concentration. It's absolutely not at all. Yeah.
No, they're just there.
But yeah, I have advantage on concentration saving throws to maintain, or constitution saving throws in order to maintain concentration. So
Where
that's
did you
natural
pull that
20.
from?
I get it from the. There's a feat that gives it to me.
Oh, neat. I didn't realize you picked that up.
Yeah, I picked up. That's why my fucking spellcasting modifier sucks so bad. Is because I haven't taken any ASIs. I have elemental affinity, cold, and I have
I remember which one you're talking about.
Warcaster.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, you're able to kind of go down this wall. Rowan and Ray, you're still in the circle, and on that door, this like demon is beating, or this fiend is like beating on the door, and you can see like the lines where that door like slid up. You can see them like shaking. Like you can see the lines and the cracks in the door as this thing is like beating on it.
Well, if he's going to beat on that door, I'm going to beat on the other one. So I'll just reach up, touch the amulet a little bit, and just turn into a big, ridiculous bear. just a big ridiculous bear and start beating on the other wall where I'm pretty sure that other door was, and we'll see who gets through first.
Oh God, I like your style.
Roll me an athletics check, please.
Oh, athletics.
With your bear stats.
Yeah, which, by the way, I'm a little bit missing. I was hoping you had a monster manual or DMG.
Hold on. I'll pull it up. Don't you worry. I got you.
Thank you.
Ooh. Dwayne always ready. It's almost like we throw random bullshit at him all the time.
It's also
And
in D&D Beyond.
Yeah, D&D
it's
Beyond makes life super easy. And in fact, I have what's called Alfred, which is like a Mac app. So I literally like type in D&D space whatever I want, and it searches the entire D&D Beyond site. It's real convenient for playing with these guys. Rowan, I'm gonna cast a spell. What's that do? Oh, well, let's just check.
You tell me.
You have a
Brown bear or black bear?
Cave bear. You have a +5 to your strength.
Nice.
All right. You know what's funny is that's one better than me in human form.
Holy balls! He's like flexing as that old man style. Like, I don't need this.
You're going to be a druid, and you're going to use wisdom as not the stat that it should be. Then guess what? You're going to be strength and constitution. So actually, that's pretty good. That adds up to 20.
Yeah. So you're like beating into this door, like, alright, if he's coming through, I'm going through too. So Christoph, you notice is like you land, like the door behind you is being beaten on, and you can see like the cracks where the door slid up are kind of being beaten on.
So I don't have any reason to think that this is my friend. I don't have any reason to think that this is a new bear friend.
They're dead.
The demon has broken
the noises
through.
that I'm making at this point have got to be horrible.
They got to be earth sign in nature.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Well, I guess while I still have levitate up, I haven't come down the wall. I figured I'd like wiggle my way down the wall. I guess I'll peek over the wall and see if he's a bear.
You can't see it because the fog. Because like I said, when you go up into it's a dense fog, and that fog is like what's damaging you. So the longer you stay up there, and you know that, the longer you stay up there, the more damage you're gonna take.
I mean, I'm back over on the other side of the wall.
So you're going back over?
Yeah, I can't leave Rowan.
Okay.
To this, what I now assume is a demon busting down the door.
All right.
So I come back over the wall. I hold my breath.
No, it's not like that. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
16.
Yeah, so that's not too bad. You're gonna take 13 poison damage. The feeling you get is almost like you're being leeched of torrential energy as you go through it. And you come back down to the other side of the wall where this giant bear is just going against this wall. And I presume Rowan has just got like this stance where he's like, I don't know if this is gonna work, my dude, and just like watching.
I break concentration on levitate. And I just shout, why didn't you just turn into a fucking dragonfly and fly over the wall? And then I'm going to cast Wall of Water on the opposite side of us, where the other door is, where the demon's trying to break through. I'm going to cast Wall of Water and then start just shaping water
and
5 feet at a time to make ice wall time.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and I just want to point out, like, I'll pull back the mask a little bit. It would have been smart to turn into a mouse to, like, crawl through these bramble barriers, or, a dragonfly to get through the thing, or an eagle to fly over. But, whenever there's an animal that might be helpful, the answer's bear.
Yeah, it's bear.
I got you.
We gotta fly over this cliff. I'll
be a bear
for this.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
That's not helpful.
That's not helpful at all.
Plummets.
Burr?
Yeah.
Pulls out like a honey pot. Do you always transform and have that?
That's why they call me.
And so the door, you hear the door give way on the other side, and you hear ice begin to be chipped at. as he's beating through the ice now, and you guys are trying to beat through the door.
Yeah, and that's where we're at this point. Is while he's trying to bust down the door as a bear, and Rowan titters to himself. I'm like Ray of Frosting now against my own ice wall, trying to just reinforce it.
I love this idea that there's a bear going against the wall, and Kristoff's like, and Rowan's going, what a predicament we're in.
I don't know. Maybe fucking inspire him, Rowan. Maybe inspire the bear. With your bardic powers.
He looks inspired. Look at him go.
So does it look like I'm not making much progress against this
No,
thing?
I mean, you are making progress, 100%, but like this guy is much stronger than you, so he got to the door faster. You're seeing the hinges shake on this thing the longer you do this, but you're having to race against the idea of him getting through the door and an ice barrier. And so it's real tight. Roll me another athletics check, please.
Let's see, athletics. Oh, so yeah, I'm assuming a bear is not.
Alex, don't cross your fingers. Use bardic inspiration.
It's not super great, guys. Even with the enhanced strength, that's only going to be a 13.
Yeah, so you just keep going against the door. I mean, like you're making headway, just not as fast as you would like it to be. Kristoff, Kristoff, you see his fist. Like, you can tell that it's his left fist punched through your ice. And, like, you quickly fill it back up, but, like, you're starting to see, like, he's coming through, right? Yeah. Like, you're not putting it up fast enough at the moment to, like, slow him down. Because, I'm sure I have something to speed, like, reinforce this.
Oh, yeah, I got that.
Yeah, so that's where we're at, like, just a demon cutting away at ice, or this fiend cutting away at ice, and Helper Bear beating down through this door, and unless somebody's gonna do something.
I'm still throwing up ice, but as soon as I see him, I'm gonna do a different thing. As soon as he busts through, I have a different plan.
Okay. Now at this point we're contesting. Helper Bear, will you roll me an athletics check, please?
Yeah. Oh, not bad. 23 total.
Yeah.
So you hit and you watch the door kind of buckle a little bit, and you see the weakness in it. At the same time, this thing punches through. Like, he gets his top half through and is able to then push through. So, Shane, you see most of this thing's body as it's moving through this wall of ice.
Charisma saving throw disadvantage, please.
Well, that's pretty decent, but I don't think it's going to beat 14.
Not good enough. Kristoff,
I rolled 2 10s, by the way.
Oh, that's
like, yeah.
Damn.
That makes me feel like I wasted my disadvantage. No, so you basically see Kristoff just kind of weaving into the torrent and moving his arms, and he finally erupts, and this just flash of energy comes forth from his body as he casts his hands outstretched, and the arcane symbols that he makes with his hands are his 2 middle fingers outstretched and up, flipping him the double birds, and he goes, "Fuck off to somewhere else! Banishment!"
Fact check that spell, just so I make sure I do exactly what the spell says instead of just like. Cool. So you banish it to another plane for a minute, essentially.
Unless it is a native to a different plane. Then if he's native to a different plane other than the prime material plane, then after a minute passes, instead of coming back where he was initially, he remains in that plane. If I last out the full minute concentration. It's at the end of the spell description.
Yeah, I'm reading it now. Alright, so yeah, you're casting a spell, and as you're like casting a spell, because like it's a complicated spell to cast. It takes a little bit more out of you because you don't typically just handily throw around fourth level spells. And he's like crossing the room towards you, and you're like, shit. And he kind of like slowly, you kind of see him turn ethereal, and then there's like this pop as he vanishes from your view. And as you're doing that, Helper Bear breaks through the door.
I don't know if he's going to be back or not, but we should not be here either way. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll go and then leave some honey on the way back.
So yeah, you guys run through this labyrinth, and you guys like are at this point running, right? Like not just like, I'll just walk away from this fucking
Sure.
banish thing. We solved that problem.
If
So you guys
anyone
are like,
has ever wanted to ride a bear, got you
now's
covered.
the time.
I'm not going to say no. I don't think it's on Kristoff's bucket list, but if Rowan doesn't make a move for this bear, yes, I will take not running for 1,000, please, Alex.
All right, sure, we'll scoop him up and just go. But the only problem is I can't think that I'm really guiding right now. I'm probably just running like
I mean, you got one direction anyway, so like you're running, and like
Wait, I'm sorry. Are you saying that we're currently in this dungeon with the hit phenom with all the music One Direction?
yeah,
Oh god.
yeah, like
Didn't you get the subtext?
didn't
sorry,
you
I wanted to
understand that
clarify.
was what was breaking through the ice this whole
Yeah.
time?
I'm the cute one. I'm the shy one. I'm the
You're
mysterious
perfect.
one. Fuck
Yeah.
off to whichever dimension you came from. One Direction banishment.
I can only do it one person at a time, though, and there's like 5 of you.
No, I can twin it and I can upcast it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, is England extra
That's
dimensional?
Yes.
That's,
it's a different-
well, I
it's
don't
a
know.
different
It's
plane
I
of
feel like it
reality.
might be the same plane.
Well, if you're talking about a darker shade of magic, the book we just read in our January month book club, there are multiple Londons.
Let's
Oh,
confirm.
yeah.
Goron needs a London, apparently.
Just like there's multiple infinities. Fuck you guys.
Full circle. So you're running through this labyrinth, and you're like, Helper Bear's like, when you turn, he's not like on point, so he's like sliding and hitting into the wall, and then moving, and then sliding and hitting into the wall and moving. And you like break free from this labyrinth by like total accident, because Helper Bear like is running, and like I think Kristoff might like say something, or somebody says something to distract him, and so he turns. So instead of like turning to slide, he just like barrels through this wall, like a weak point in the wall. Do me a favor and roll a dexterity saving throw, Helper Bear and Kristoff.
Ooh, not gonna be. Oh, not bad. 19. Actually,
Yeah.
Yeah, on point rolls today with my big bad. Actually, that's not gonna be terrible. 16.
Yeah, that's not bad. So you stumble through this wall, and debris and trees and rocks kind of go everywhere. Kristoff, you're like clotheslined off of him a little bit, but you still go through. It's like it almost like catches you off guard, and then the two of you kind of like roll and like slide out of this maze. And Rowan, being behind you, has the fortune to just kind of be like, "Fuck this," and crawl through this open space. But you guys find yourself on the opposite side of the maze, and you kind of hear the lute playing,
oh.
and Helper Bear, this like begins to like enrage you, like anger you.
Yeah,
Like this is
I do.
the first time you've really noticed the loot for what it was, and all the scurrying and the maze, and just in general kind of being aloof. You kind of pick up on what it is.
Yeah, so I know who that is. I know who to attribute this loot to.
Yep.
Yeah, that does make me really, really mad. And you know something? And I'm in a bear form right now. So I think what I really just need to do is just start pacing in a circle. You know, like not knowing whether to look chastened or look like I just want to bat something down. But I have a feeling if I was in human form, this would be enough to make me want to just turn to bear form. And now that I'm in bear form, like I'm having a little emotional crisis here, guys.
Rare?
You alright?
And you know something? I swear I'm gonna try to explain myself, but I'm a bear.
Mm-hmm.
I know comprehend languages.
I'll just try to give an answer to that. And if you know, and I don't know how much you'll allow this amulet to do, but if you really want, I'll be popping in and out of human bear form while I pace in a circle trying to
I
explain
think that's
myself.
probably the most likely case is that like you're so angry that you like aren't necessarily controlling. So at like certain points, it's like this giant bear like clawing at the ground as he walks, and then like you're like transforming, and then it's like a human on all four walking, like you don't realize that you're going in and out of bear form as you're like angrily encircling the two of them.
And I'll like probably give them like little snatches of a diatribe that they can pick up about how it's not fair.
Yeah,
And
why don't you do that in character voice?
Do it in character and occasionally growl and
Right.
break it up and growl.
Like, it's really not fair. He just wherever I go, he's always there. I tried my best, and he just kept hounding me until and I've only got 3 bodies, and I don't even know what happened to my first body. I want to be anywhere, and he's just coming to mock me. I'm doing my best. I'm being as helpful as I can. Basically, just on about that.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm gathering that you might not like Win the most in the world.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to make some really angry eyebrows at that statement at what, from whatever form I'm in.
Right? Rare? He's a douche, right?
He's the biggest dick and we hate him! We're the most cursed by him!
So when
I think-
when they say that, you like have this like moment of lucidity, and you're able to like control bear form, and you're as Rhett, and you just like look at him dead on, and like you can 100% like lock in with that idea.
Yeah, and I think, something, I 100% believe it too. Like, I might have a moment where I thought that I had been, like, cruelly misused by this god. But if you are actually more cursed by Win than I am, like, amazed. I think that'll stop me. I think that'll, like, turn me human, just sitting on the ground staring at you, and I'll probably at some point tell you that I am so sorry for you. Oh, and by the way, cure wounds.
Cure wounds.
Yeah, because I hadn't been too helpful with that.
Yeah.
And as much as I maybe wouldn't be super helpful if I had my druthers, I do need to be helpful, and you are wounded, and I said I'd help. So let's see. Oh, that's pretty good. So that's, just my wisdom modifier. So 11 points of heal.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, sure. Sorry. Wasn't super helpful.
No, it's fine.
Earlier.
Rick, it's all good. And I like show him my fingernails and the fucking stupid green things growing from them. Like, it's all good. Win thinks he's got all this power, but he fucking can't kill us.
I do believe that he can, but
That's why I grabbed Kristoff. Like,
there are ghosts. Well, hold on.
Like,
don't go
he
put
can't
that
kill
out
us in
there.
any way that matters.
I think that really helps me take heart. Thank you for that.
So, Rhett, when you heal him, you kind of feel that magic in your amulet start to like waver, and you realize that like he was your last one.
Oh.
And so now you have an opportunity to explain as much or as little to the boys as possible.
I was the 101st good deed of Annie McDowell.
You were. I think you guys, I think you really helped me. You were the last people that Win made me help. He was so mad at me for not being helpful, but now I've finally paid it back. Thank you so much. I can go. And
Awesome.
at that point, I think, yeah. I mean, unless the DM.
No, so for
You
the
just
first
collapse
time
into
ever,
dust.
This amulet, which has just been too heavy for you to ever lift off of your neck, but never like causing you any problems. You just couldn't like lift it off of your neck. You're able to like take it off of your neck, and I assume you want to hand it to the boys.
I will do that. I will take it off and like tears in my eyes because that last nice thing you said, hand it into your green fingers. And as soon as it leaves my grasp, I'm just a bear. And with like no spark of intelligence in its eyes, no humanity at all, just a crazy old bear. Confused old bear.
He wasn't a man in bear form.
He
was a bear in man form.
He was. I mean, I think if you ever want the whole story, you'd have to find a local because everyone knows this weird curse. But you've been dealing with a bear this whole time.
And so when he hands you this amulet, you're kind of looking at this amulet, and then on the opposite side of you is this giant bear.
Immediately polymorph myself into a bear.
Roll for an initiative.
Ah, no, guys, I'm so sorry.
And that's where we're going to end the episode.
Help, bear's got to get really unhelpful.
Wait, what?
I kid you not. So
I need to roll for initiative, and then we're ending the episode.
Yes.
Oh, no. Guys, I keep throwing rocks. That's an initiative of 18.
Not that. 16?
15.
And so the end of this episode, as like the what I like to imagine is like paintbrush and strokes and stuff like that, like an artistic rendering, like how some is Kristoff and Rowan sprinting away through this forest from a giant bear with this like glowing glittering necklace in hand, like just booking it from this bear instead of fighting.
Our bear friend.
And
No,
so
our
like
bear friend.
you have a bear chasing you as you guys are like running back to Atlas, Tyndall, and Graylin.
I thought we were cool.
We were till my curse of helpfulness ended. Sorry, guys.
Yep, and that's where we're gonna end the episode.
Did your curse of dickishness pull up right behind that one, or what?
Well, my curse.
Hey
of
man,
being
if you were a bear
confused
that got
hungry
like
bear.
turned into a man for a long time, you might be a little pissed off too.
Yeah, but you don't shoot the messenger, bear.
Yeah, man.
I really bared my soul to you.
Oh, no.
That was really fun. So I will do this. Credit where credit is due. First and foremost, I want to give our guest an opportunity because we didn't really give an opportunity to introduce himself the front time man, but that was because of the way the story was unloading. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Kind of tell everybody who you are, and I'll give you on the outro another whole spot to like plug yourself. So please don't plug yourself here. Just introduce yourself.
Right. So my name is Gabe. I write as G.S. Denning. The only thing you'd have a hope from knowing me from really is the Warlock Holmes series. And that's all the plug I'll do. I'm an ex-Seattleite, trapped in Las Vegas, used to do improv comedy for the longest time, but now bereft of friends and a Dungeons & Dragons table, I just type it all out instead.
Well, A, always welcome to our table, by the way. And B, so credit where credit is due. Gabe actually, usually when I do these guest episodes, it's, hey, just come up with a character, I'll give you a hook, we'll get you in, we'll roll it in. Gabe actually was like, hey man, I actually like your story, I want to be involved, I want to help fill a hole, and it's like, do you have time for a call? And he calls me and just like has this whole awesome idea about Helper Bear and how it interacts with the story, and even much like how that like will give Rowan like introspective of like crosswind and like how this whole thing set up, right? And honestly, all I had to do was like put you guys in an environment, and he like had this whole backstory already written. So like credit to Gabe for like actually doing a little bit of my work, right? Like, and having this cool idea.
So
Good, we
all I'm
did.
hearing is that Dwayne has a free ride, and he's
Yes,
not editing
100%.
episodes, and he's not writing episodes, and he does
That's
whatever he wants
right.
to do.
Oh, it's about time. A year in, and I get a break.
You know,
I love it.
must be nice.
Well, I never even got to get you guys the whole story, so all I can say is if you wanna look into the backstory about what happens when you fuck with Win, it's there.
Well, I'm not
But
trying
yeah.
to fuck with him. I'm trying to murder him.
Right.
So that's different, right?
Fuck with that. It did not work for my guy, whose name, by the way, was never really Rare. That's just what the bear called itself.
Yeah, I don't want to like disparage any bears that are listening. I know a big part of our listenership is bears, but like,
Bear
it didn't really work out great
Americans,
for my guy. Well, you guys are fucking bear. I think I can handle it.
Ursine Americans, yeah.
There are sign Americans out there. Yes, sorry. I know my language is a little bit outdated.
Ugh. Ugh. Put it in the PC jar, okay? Ding. Ginge, can we get some like coins
Yeah,
dropping?
just coins.
right
It's
then?
like a bucket of coins.
A
Like so
bucket
many
of coins.
coins.
Could you guys please stop making references to things? Oh, poor Jim.
Yeah.
Well, I
We'll just
gotta
go
say, as an ex-DM to another DM, and thank you for the credit, but also thank you for letting me into your story. And yeah, you never want to mess up someone else's story. You want to try to fit in and try and aid it and make it, support a little corner of it while you're in there for a corner and not just be a voice of disruption.
Worked hard, yeah.
I haven't learned that yet.
It was a blast, man. I really appreciate the thoughtfulness, and I think I certainly had a blast. Right, this is one of the more fun, like little segments to do, just because just watching you guys interact with the environment as it like unfolds and changes was interesting. But I enjoyed myself.
Right, so
Me too.
That's every time with you, Shane. Every time.
it was so fun.
You guys make me want to not be responsible anymore and just quit my day job and just play D&D, man.
Well, we provide outlets for that. If you go into our Discord, we do Adventure League sessions. You can 100% join in anytime.
At least one game a week.
Yep.
Oh no, that sounds great, but no, seriously, you just okay, everyone out there who's like, I want to get published. Yeah, you do. But then the problem is you do, and you still have a day job. So I've got a 40-hour-a-week job, I've got a 25-hour-a-week job, and I've got 2 little kids.
Yep.
So, yeah, I don't play a lot, but this has been a great treat for me. So thank
Okay.
Yeah,
Anytime
because
you
he
need-
just
you need a
writes this
treat.
one off as marketing. He goes, all right,
Yeah, this
I
is
did
I'm
marketing
working
time
today.
Honey, I'm working. This is for work. Yeah, I know.
I legitimately did. I wrestled my boss for a day off and spent it rolling up a character going, this is work somehow.
This is work.
Yes. Whee!
Well,
I am productive.
Lawful Stupid is good for anything. It's fucking around. And so now you get a good fucking around day off, and we provided that, so I feel good.
Thank you. So do I.
So, Gabe, why don't you plug your stuff, man? Part of the reason is you're on here is to plug your stuff and have fun playing D&D.
This is the work part.
Yeah, this is
Always.
the work part.
Yeah, here comes the work part. If you're listening to this, then you're geeky. Sorry, but you are. And you just like fun, goofy, geeky stuff. And by the way, I write fun, goofy, geeky stuff. So check out Warlock Holmes, A Study in Brimstone. That's the start of the whole adventure. You know what, you guys, I should plug, Graphic Audio did it. Because I'm in Barnes & Noble. You can go to Barnes & Noble and buy it. You can go to Audible and you can get the Audible version of it, which is really good. Graphic Audio did a radio play of it where they hired different actors to play the different parts and got sound effects and everything like that. And they're so fun. By the time they got to book 3, they're just better than my book. I never want to read My Grave Ritual ever again. I just want to hear them act it out for me. It's so
hold on.
fun.
I'm a little into the first book, so should I stop?
No. Just when you get to the 3rd book, you have to consume my media in all of its forms.
Well, I'm
until I
looking up
become
the
one
Study in
god.
Brimstone right now and debating whether I should just buy it and listen to both of them.
Well, and speaking of A Study of Brimstone, Study in Brimstone, that's the first book in the series. It is also our book club book for the month of February. So if you're taking part in the book club, the Champion of Tomes, we're going to need to pick this up in some form. Wow. I don't know which one, but all of them.
And if there's any Sherlockians out there, these are very direct parodies of the original 60 Holmes stories. So if you've read Study in Scarlet, there will be a lot you recognize in Study in Brimstone. If you've read The Case of the Speckled Band, well, one of the stories in that book is this case of the Eckled And, where really they're just trying to find the two missing consonants. The case of the Yellow Face, it becomes the adventure of that yellow bastard, which should be fun for Sherlockians and Sin City fans alike,
Yeah, I will say that I started it today because we're just now getting into May for our book club, and the opener is like fucking hilarious because like basically it's like this apology for the end of the world, and he goes, "Oh no, I'm not doing a good job, but it's coming." And I like lost my shit driving to work over that. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a good book, 100%."
Oh, good. I'm glad I got you.
Yeah, it was super good. You hooked me in. I would publish you. I would be like every 30 words in, we're good, or just a couple paragraphs. I lose track when I'm listening to audio. Shane's like, "Hey, I'm on page 300." I'm like, "I don't know. I'm fucking an hour and in, maybe."
I'm on page 60. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I'll let you peek behind the scenes. So I do a Joss Whedon style where every story, every little mystery has its own arc. It's the arc of the mystery and whatever's happening in that adventure. Every book has an arc. Book 1 is the intro, and book 2 is Watson becoming a real adventurer while we learn the backstory for Holmes. Book 3 is all about the villains. Book 4 is Sherlock's drug problem, although in my version it's Watson's drug problem. So there's an episode for each little story, there's an episode for each book, and there's an overall arc. And the overall arc is, oops, me and Holmes broke the world. Humanity's ending. The demons will rule us all. Here's what happened. So,
nice.
It's
there's a lot of
yeah, like nesting dolls.
Yes.
Love it. Man, that was good. Boys, is there any announcements we need to do? I mean, other than like, hey, we're going to be at Drawlicon in July.
And then Min-Max Mankind is coming up in May, our second year. I have to do Roll for Humanity. Let me do that right now. Roll for Humanity in the month of March, when this episode will air, is in the backlog. So if you don't know, there are thousands of rape kit backlogs, or thousands of untested rape kits in the country today. This is a huge backlog. These states don't have appropriate reform to legally process those and get those in a timely manner. And what In the Backlog does is it provides support for that legislation to ensure that this doesn't happen and that perpetrators are held accountable and held to justice. So Roll for Humanity is going to be an $11, so $11 to In the Backlog.
I love you guys.
Oh, well, thank you.
You guys are just wonderful, wonderful humans and wonderful, wonderful geeks.
We do our humble best.
Shane, turns out your friend spell is working.
Yep. You failed your DC.
This has been cast on it.
That's how you know it's good.
That's how you know it's good.
So yeah, that's one thing that we do is the Roll for Humanity. That culminates, for those who aren't tracking, each May in an ice bucket style challenge where we kind of try to get more people involved every May. Last year we had so many amazing people step up and donate prizes for a huge raffle, and we had like dice sets and art and all kinds of amazing things in that for people that contributed. And in May we expect just to be even bigger and better. So keep an eye out for stuff on Min-Max Mankind. Keep an eye out for stuff for Drawlicon, which is coming up in July. Do we want to announce that other thing?
Yeah, I feel like we should.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know about Critical Dice, let me tell you about them. They're good. critically delicious is what I say. Don't eat them though, because that's a choking hazard and people will get in trouble. They're amazing dice, and they are now a sponsor of the show. So if you guys want to go into Instagram or just criticaldice.com, get yourself a set today. They actually have this really amazing bag of endless dice. So for $7 a month, you get brand new dice delivered to your door each month, because I know you're a dragon. I know you. People might call you a human. People might call you an IT consultant. People might call you a father or a wife. They might call you lots of things, but I know in your heart you're a dragon. And dragons gots to hoard. And you ain't hoarding gold coins because they're expensive. You're hoarding super affordable, super awesome dice. So get your endless hoard today. That's pretty good, Ed. Yeah, knock it down.
Yeah,
that's good. Yep. I didn't even know that was a thing, and I'm on the show. Shit.
Yeah. Every day's a surprise for Alex. Every day is just...
Every day is wonderful and whimsical in its own way.
And I don't think that I threw anything at the charity or anything. So shoot me an address and totally expect me to get a set of books for you guys. Just signed to whoever wins them, and a little something for the kitty.
That would be super awesome.
Yeah, I will kick your information over to Shane, and we will.
I have your information.
Right, because we've been communicating outside of the primary emails so long to set up the surprise that I forgot this all started in our primary.
I have your agent's information. I don't know if it's your wife. I have your wife's information.
Right.
Well, I mean, kind of the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Tells them where to go, where to be.
Yeah, what
that's an agent.
Oh, excuse me. I'm going to tell Amanda and Sam you had said that, and then just let them fight it out.
Yeah, and go.
There you go. Done. And now I can get some work done.
And there can be only one. The strongest one will do the work of both.
Oh, no, wait, I need them both.
Also, if you're listening to this, our new store launched. Our new merchandise store.
Yeah.
It launched.
He's like, really? That's neat.
That's super
just neat.
Cool.
What's on there? And I wish that was like scripted. That we
Alex, go do it right now. Let's have Alex go to it and react to it live.
Oh, do you want me to?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Go to our website.
And we'll even tell him how to get there because,
Go to lawfulstupid.org. We have a website. It's called lawfulstupid.org.
Okay, spell it again.
Lawful Stupid. That's the name of our show. Lawfulstupid.org. Not .com, .org.
There's no P in that? Okay.
No, there's no P in law. Well, there's one.
This is the best ad.
Yeah,
Ginge, if you can just clean this up, this would be a perfect ad.
They just on the left-hand side, you have a little drop-down, and there's an option that says store.
I see it.
You click it.
Oh, look at you guys.
Dog. I love this baseball team.
Gabe's also in it. Like, yes, I am also in it for the first time.
Look at Chris up looking all smug and suave at me.
Mm-hmm. And sexy. Don't forget sexy.
Well, you can't... The artist is shaking her head no to sexy.
That was not the intent.
Yeah, so... I don't know if that's canonical. But yeah, you can go to our website, lawfulstupid.org, and there's a store button you can click, and it will take you to our Etsy front end, which has... the DM shirts, the Kristoff shirts, Atlas shirts. It's got the boys shirt. We've got the baseball tees, which are what?
We got shirts that just feature our new Super Hype logo.
Yep.
We've got stickers. We've got buttons. We've got hoodies, and they're all super great. And so various artists in the community, your community and our community, all the communities, have contributed to this, largely Avon Art, largely Gigeza, and note that anytime you make a sale, that supports those artists as well. So do that, because we need them, because in this medium where we're all talking in words and voices and sometimes letters and pictures, we need art to make it come to life. I did it right? I said words that made sense? I believe it.
Dog, I like this light blue.
Yeah, no, it's super good.
Light blue is a great
Yep. Yeah.
That symbol of when button that's beautiful. That's great.
Dude,
yeah,
so
let
me tell you about that symbol of Wen. Yeah, so Wen is like hands down my favorite god in the world that I've created. Love everything about him, and we actually got introduced to Avon. We're gonna make this a longer outro. Well, fucking who cares? Love it. We got introduced to Avon because she started listening to the podcast and just sketched Alaria. And I had like this loose idea of what I wanted Alaria to be, and I saw the sketch and was like, dude, that's fucking Alaria right there. Like, nailed it.
Anybody who's only listened to recent episodes, because they're just here to listen to G.S. Denning be on our show and they don't actually care about our show, Alaria was a character on the show a long time ago.
Until Kristoff murdered her.
Now I murdered her dead.
Yeah, beloved character, beloved sidekick of Atlas, murdered.
You say sidekick like it wasn't his girlfriend for sure.
Like it wasn't his
well,
girlfriend.
I said what I said. All right, sidekick, girlfriend, sometimes a synonym depending on how you view things.
I think that's extremely disrespectful.
In the PC jar.
Ginge, just a bucket full, please. So she drew this like amazing thing, and that when she did that, she put a symbol of binding, or she put a symbol on Alaria, and I was like, dude, that's symbol of binding, done. That's a beautiful symbol. And then she made this symbol of wind, which is amazing cool. So cool that like, we have buttons. One of our listeners has that as a tattoo.
Yeah.
I plan to eventually get the symbol of wind as a tattoo. Like,
That would make a kick-ass tattoo.
It is a kick-ass tattoo.
It is a kick-ass tattoo. I'm so jelly. But yeah, it's super good. That
Can you
Avon makes
imagine
really good
like
art.
the tattoo artist looking at that and just being like, "Oh shit, man!
A lot of lines, huh?
Today's the day you prove if you're a tattoo artist or not."
Right?
A lot of lines.
100%. But it is super good.
Turned out really good.
Yep, and those buttons are great. I have one. I'm not like a huge button person because I don't know what to do with those, but I've got one on my desk and it looks great. I love it.
I have a denim jacket decorated with all my buttons and pins.
Oh, okay. That makes I need to invest in a denim jacket that has one of our Lawful Stupid characters like in a gang pose on the back of it.
No, just get one of the shirts and you cut it out and sew it into the back. That's your back patch.
I ran out of space on my denim jacket where it would look good, so now I have a cork board. And on my cork board goes all my buttons and pins.
Yeah, I have a
and
coworker who
decorations
does
and
the exact
shiny
same thing. He's just got a cork board at work, just pins things in.
Yep.
His are mostly Pokemon badges that he like.
I have
wins
Pokemon badges as well.
Well, he wins his at card tournaments.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
I have already decided that if I ever get famous enough writing that I can quit my day job, the way I quit it is by wearing in the lanyard that has all my geek pins on it. And just the act of walking into my workspace with that lanyard on is enough to get me fired. Because
your job sucks.
Well, no. It's because I work MRI. So you just got to picture like 45 awesome geek pins just battering around inside a $2 million magnet.
And some poor person, stay still. No, stay still. Look, we didn't get a good
It's not going to count. We're going to have to do it again.
Look, you better be careful. There's so much iron in your blood right now. It's just going to fuck everything up right now. Please don't.
But yeah, again, Gabe, thanks for being on with us. Thanks for enduring our hilariousness and stupidness.
I think it's a little bit of
Such a
hubris.
welcome blast of geek. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, your wife has invited my wife and I over to your house for board game night.
Cool. Drive over those mountains.
Yeah. So well,
it's gotta get practice.
Gotta get practice. Any moment, just know you could get the old chainsaw storm rolling in.
Oh, that sounds so good. You better not come on a week when I have to send a book off, or I'm just going to chew your ear off with more junk than you ever wanted to have to reflect on regarding Warlock Holmes.
Don't you
threaten him
me,
with a
my
good
friend.
time. Yep.
No.
Nice. Boys, we say we play our guests and our listeners out.
Oh, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go, we love you, bye. So you just get ready for that.
Yep.
Okay. You ready?
Are we doing a countdown to it?
I think Shane just leads and we follow.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Like the rest of the podcast.
Yeah, I'm in charge. We love you. Bye.
Bye.
Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, you are great.
It makes me happy.